Midday Mix, helping you to get back into the swing. Going back to work on this Monday. You were tuned into the Maya Akai Show featuring comedian Nikki Braden.
Hey, y'all.
Of course, we're coming to you live from the 90.5 FM HD studios. Of course, you can be listening via Sirius XM channel 432, and we're always streaming worldwide via Live 365. And if you like to watch and listen, see over there, there you go. You can always tune into the station's website to watch and listen. Go to WGSJBCradio.com, and you can click and listen via live stream, or just click and listen. It'll take you right to Live 365. So if you want to join the conversation, because we're about to kick it up a notch, we're going to expand our point of view in the studio. You can call into 708-223-0030. And now it is time for us to kick off Man Crush Monday.
Yeah.
That means we have a special in-studio guest who's a host as well, that's going to add that dynamic male counterpart to the discussion. Testosterone, that's right. And today it is Patrick Price.
Hello.
Chicago native. That's right. You are what, from the Kenwood area?
Yes.
All right, there you go. So,
can you hear me?
Yeah, of course we can hear you. Yeah, loud and clear. You're right next to me.
No.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But this is about it. I'm going to just talk and answer these few questions and not say anything else because I just want to let everybody know that I was totally disrespected. I have on Crocs.
As I said. He's just going to fess up immediately about the Crocs.
Because I feel comfortable. And I don't think that my liberal free spirit should be...
Do not call me a liberal.
He said his
mine. She should not be, just demoralized like this.
Oh, my gosh.
So,
okay.
That's all I'm going to say for the next hour.
Oh, the reason he's so sensitive is that Mr. Price here has a Bachelor's of Science in Community Health Education. He went to Western Illinois University. He formerly worked for the Chicago Department of Health for 18 years. So he's an expert in communicable disease prevention. He also has a very strong track record and depth knowledge of health education, program development, implementation. He's a little sensitive to topics. Okay, look, so we're very familiar with Patrick Price, Pat Price. I came out to greet him, and
he had on purple Crocs.
No, they're blue. They're blue and gray, actually. If you look back at the picture, they're blue and gray.
So it kind of caught me off guard. He had Crocs.
I didn't know they made them adult male size.
Right. I'm not used to seeing a man of your size wearing Crocs that's not doing gardening. That's all.
So I'm gonna just sit here and just take this and just.
No, you brought it up. I was just gonna let it go.
We were gonna let it go.
I already apologized, but you put it on the table.
I'm not. You wearing baby shoes?
I don't like you two at all.
Okay.
Yes, you do. That's why you're here. That's why you're here.
You didn't say how was the ride. Did you want some water?
I smiled. I said, "Hey," and then I was instantly taken off my square.
So you wouldn't let a man go out?
No. Oh, God. No. So we're going to jump right into what's right and what's wrong.
So you're going to go right past that, huh?
No, you're not leaving out the house.
Why?
With baby shoes.
With Crocs on, dude.
You're going to stop calling them baby shoes.
Put some Nike flip-flops or something on. Something stylish.
I like these. These are stylish.
They're not stylish.
They are.
If we're not in the backyard, Mr. Price, you're not wearing those out with me. Just like you should check me on wearing something that's inappropriate as well. So what you're saying, let's go ahead and just dive right in there.
Don't let friends wear Crocs.
Right, friends don't let friends wear Crocs. But more importantly, you're saying if your significant other walks out and has something on that is totally inappropriate. No, Rob does not wear Crocs.
Rob, you wear Crocs?
No.
Would
Thank
you wear
you.
Crocs?
No. Thank you, Rob G. Thank you for clarifying.
That's only one no.
No, but look, he looked at you like Crocs. See, that's the cue in him. He ain't wearing no Crocs.
Right. No.
Crocs are
See,
right.
he's staring you down because you Kappa.
That's all right, though. Crocs are what's happening. You eyeballing me like that for real? No,
can't you see him from over here?
Right. He's looking hard. I'm like, I feel uncomfortable now. Like, Crocs, the DJ dissing me? This is not comfortable. This is not comfortable at all. What are we talking about? But
really, so, obviously you're a man crush. We bring in folks that we think are influential and do great things. And obviously, but you said that if you had a significant other, that you wouldn't check her if she said, "Hey, babe, how does this look?" And let's just say it looked terrible.
Check her. I mean, you could make it creative.
Oh, here we go.
And not be offensive.
So I walk out.
We weren't offensive. We were just like, you got on girl baby shoes.
In the 13.
Bragging rights. Here we go.
Right.
Anyway,
So you
the biggest baby shoes you've ever seen, right?
So if you look inappropriate, I could be like, you know what's going to rain later.
I'll be like,
and I know you are anemic, so you might want to, put on something with long sleeves.
I'm like,
so we
baby, I'm not anemic. Who have you been? What are you talking about? Iron. I know what anemic means.
You will later.
I went to Iowa. I know what anemic means.
You will later. So I need you to put on something.
That's how you do it.
Evening anemia.
I think you should be able. See, this is where I think relationships go awry. What? People are just afraid to be. See this this lack of this passive aggressive behavior where people just don't want to cut to the chase and be honest about stuff.
I mean, you don't have to be mean, but I would.
Yeah, things fester and grow. Just be real. Like, babe, no, I don't think that's flattering.
I'm like, none of that matches from your hat to your baby shoe.
Okay, see, I left.
I don't care.
I thought about it. Down. He roasted me so bad. Like you didn't even say hello.
Right. You didn't either.
You look.
I left the hat.
You look like a Rubik's cube.
I'm on the radio.
And it got canceled.
I mean, how do you dress on the radio?
Like people can see you.
Who?
Everybody.
The Rob is matching.
Yes. That's why I'm not moving.
The world can see.
That's why I'm not moving. You say I ain't moved yet.
You do realize it's a live stream, right?
But you see me looking like this. That's why I ain't moving.
Well, that's why you looking at me the whole time.
The whole time I ain't gonna move.
You can't see the hat, right?
It's blue. I got a red shirt.
Did you get that hat free? You got that hat free. That's an old school polo hat. I was about to say that's like old school polo.
So are we gonna talk about my clothes? This is what the whole.
Look, we were doing good, and then
my choice of clothes.
Well, apparently you are comfortable in your own skin,
and I love it. That's why you're here.
That's why you're here because you're open.
You're our man crush.
Pro-choice.
Pro-choice with what?
My clothes.
Okay. You're our crush, and that's why you're here. So welcome. This is how we welcome you.
Thank you.
Did you have a good ride in?
Damn all that. Don't try to be
too
nice.
late.
No, it's
no
too
traffic.
Late. It's too late. My car could have stopped. Y'all didn't check on me. How you doing? You almost here. Nobody was downstairs.
We were doing something right now. We were doing something.
We're busy.
We're on air.
Okay.
Talking about relevant stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of relevant stuff, did you heard our segment about Paul Butler, the professor from law professor from Georgetown University, who was on NPR, and there was a caller who called in and said that she was proud of her Confederate ancestors, and it was a battle flag, but wanted to discredit the fact that flag has a strong history of racism, and he came back and pretty much said he had no respect for her ancestors. Was that wrong?
No,
okay.
Because the way things go now, and I heard some of the bits you were talking about, white people, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna say white people have no respect for African Americans. Period. And they say what they feel.
That's a blanket statement. You mean some? You always have to preface that with some.
A lot.
Some. I'm gonna go
Don't
with
come
some.
in here and start ruckus. Just say
no. I already told you.
You asked my pen. I'm telling you.
Now see, now I gotta call him to the mat because
what?
Go ahead.
And here's what happens. They say stuff. They apologize. We accept it. They say more stuff. They apologize. We accept it. They do things. We forgive them and we accept it. When African Americans say stuff like you mentioned the guy he shouldn't have been a professor at Georgetown so forth
he said
so
that.
on.
He said that.
It's like we have to explain and we have to have some meat to why we're doing it and why do you feel this way. It's not that bad. Shit. Yes, it is. And a lot of us, like you said, mentally with the things that are going on now, we're mentally shackled and we're afraid to speak out because it may hurt my job, it may hurt my career, I may be looked at in a different way, and a lot of these things are happening day in and day out repeatedly. Like the kid who shot up Charleston,
Dylan Roof.
The lady said she forgave him. I'm sorry, I'm not a real religious person, but I don't give a bleep about him, and I could not forgive someone who he shot an 87-year-old woman.
Right.
Then he left somebody to say, I want you to be able to tell what happened here. And I'm going to forgive you because God, blah, 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 blah. Okay, all right. It's kind of enough of that. It's kind of enough of this praying and singing because clearly a lot of these people
Mr. Price,
don't give a blank.
You sound like an angry black man.
I am angry. Why can't I be angry?
I'm angry and I want to talk about it.
No. You know what?
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you.
Why am I angry? But that's what you hear from people.
Okay.
Other people.
All right, here you go. So someone says, you're an angry black man or you're an angry black woman. So then I would say, why are you so angry? You're successful. You're college educated. You're a professional. You've never been incarcerated, right?
What?
Huh?
What?
Okay.
Oh shit! Am I missing something? Am I supposed to go to jail or what? No.
I like that response.
Right.
So with all those positives on your plate, you're successful. You and the likes of like Rob. Why would you be angry? What do you got to be angry about? You're living the American dream.
Shit. Does consciousness mean angry? See, this is something, and
Semantics,
that's
rhetoric.
a term that other people who are non-African American have come up with. That you're angry. Why can't I just be conscious and no BS when I see it? Or point it out when I see it in a way where, like you said, you point things out and it can be understood. I'm not angry. I'm not running around there smacking white folks. I'm not doing that. I damn sure want to sometime, but I'm not doing that. If I call you on something, I'm calling you on it. If you question my intelligence, I'm calling you on it. I'm not angry. See, when you're conscious, you're passive and non-passive, you're angry. You're a threat. You see what I mean? And you get a label. You get watched. Because this guy has something, or this young lady has something on their mind that can be detrimental against us, and we don't like it. We're scared of that. Right. So I'm not angry.
Do you really think that many individual people who are not people of color really give it that much thought? You don't think for some people it's just, some people just complain. They think, you know what, that's just complaining. I mean, you really have no reason to complain because you're in theory and even in practice, you're living the American dream. So, most people would say maybe you're the exception to the rule, which I think is a crazy conversation, but you'll hear that from people. So they're like, what do you have to be so angry about? You've technically arrived. You've made it. You have access to all the things that you're supposed to have access to. So why, with the consciousness thing, it just seems like you want to complain. Is it really consciousness?
Yeah.
I'm just being devil's advocate.
Yeah, I mean, because let me give you an example. Sometimes, like, let's say we're all professionals here, and I'm sure you've been in the conference room, a meeting, or what have you, and certain people say things certain ways.
True.
And, they may say things regarding women. They may say things regarding men. And they may question you, oh, you went to Iowa, and how was it? What made you go there? You have a degree in what? Okay, you got one, I got one. What's the problem? Don't sit there and question me. I'm not the damn token in the room. You don't sit there and badger me with questions. You get it all. I've got it a lot before.
But on the flip side, I've been there too my entire life.
So you think you're entitled as a white person? I'm sorry, no, I'm a black person, to question me, analyze me, come up with your own opinion, and then that's good. See, a lot of us settle for that.
But understand this. Subconsciously, we all come up with stereotypes or what our perception of people are based on how we interact. So, I mean, that's human nature. I mean, we can't change that. But here's the same thing. Is it a bad thing if a person who encounters you in a professional setting, and let's just say, like, I went to Iowa, and there were people for the first time and had never even seen a black person until they stepped on the campus.
My roommate.
Because they lived in Iowa. They lived in small towns. There was nobody of color. The only people of color they ever saw.
I was the first
was on
black
TV.
person that she did not see on TV.
That was like...
You say what?
I was the first black person that she ever saw that wasn't on TV.
Where'd you go?
Iowa.
Wow.
So, I mean, they come from these... I mean, there's some towns in Iowa that's like 200, 500
Sometimes
people.
in Illinois that like that.
Exactly.
But I'm like, but you haven't been to Old Country Buffet or nothing.
But if they had one in the town. But my thing is...
Disney World?
Right.
I'm the only black person you've ever seen in your entire life.
I met quite a few people like that. And
Except for that, they got that in their God.
That creativity pops up.
Sweep breaking
and they say, oh, wow, okay, so... They're curious because they've never met anyone like you. I'm ignoring you two as you go off on a tangent. I'm ignoring you both.
Okay.
They're curious because now you're their first encounter.
Right.
And so they have questions. So is it not better to ask questions than to just extrapolate and say, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that? Especially if you really can't say that you've had that interaction. Isn't that what's important? Like, it's when we encounter people who are not like us, isn't that first contact, isn't that important? That you want to explore, like, okay, where are you from? You went to Iowa. Think about it, Iowa. Sometimes people are shocked. But, I'm saying, like, you would go there because, like, obviously it's not the sexiest Big Ten school, it's the best. But, shut up. Anyways, so with that being said.
Your eyes whack.
Anyways, Western, party school.
That's right.
Whatever.
That's right.
Anyways, so I don't shy away from those conversations because that might be for them ground zero to expand their conversation with someone who doesn't look like them.
I don't like that condescending BS they up to. I don't.
You're just an angry black man.
Yes,
I'm not angry.
At first, I was going to let you be conscious. Now you're just mad.
No, you're just mad.
I'm not. I can see through it, and it is what it